if you got here, there are some sign-in sheets going around as well. Thank you. No. Stand up.
My marching past.
Wrong. Nope.
Turnout. Lots of fireworks on Sunday. My stereotype. I got there. We're walking in races here. Okay, ready?
There's I'm just glad that you weren't sitting.
I was just thinking, I should have my dad's now. But am I not surprised I'm seeing you here?
Thank you. Oh, that is so cute. Take a picture.
Put it down a little.
Kids need more guns. Books, not bullets.
Did you?
Okay. That's great. Nice. What are you? Yeah. Oh,
I've been over there most of the time.
It's funny.
Good for you. Oh, they get you Rosie. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll hold your pen at me. Come on.
Just wanted to take photos. All the smoke. You want to tell us something about today's march?
Talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. I also saw you fourth period in my class. Today's march, we're marching for our lives. Basically what that is after people have died at Parkland and after there's a school shooting, we are basically marching to make a change, to make a change in gun legislation. We've experienced too much. Kids are dying every day. I don't know whether I could be next. And so we're marching here to show representatives that we do want to change, that we don't want them to keep taking money from the NRA. We want them to save our lives. We want them to march for our lives.
Thank you.
Jimmy, I'll take my hat off for you. 3 of today's comic strips are about this march today. They're like here. Get that one. And then get the one at the bottom, the white one, because that's priceless. You want kindergarten teacher qualifications? Couldn't hit the target, so didn't qualify to be a... Wait, one more.
Got it. Good job.
Yeah, I'll go over on that side and keep it up.
You want to say a few words to the camera about today's march? Go ahead.
Oh, you want us to talk?
Yeah.
Oh, we're like posing. You want us to talk? We're so glad that people can come out today to support this cause. We love that there's an opportunity for this part of the Bay Area to get together to support the anti-gun violence movement. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're another 15 minutes. We're going to wait and then we're going to march out to the City Hall and then we're going to have the rally.
There's a fancy camera.
How's the pizza?
It's good.
You want to say something about today's march?
All right. These teenagers are inspirational.
And you come to support.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your pizza.
Okay, with slice, please.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if he knows from behind the curtain. That's true. But he knows.
Yeah, register to all.
Yes.
You're doing? What? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Hey, thank you. Oh, that is good.
Okay, just tone it down a little bit.
He wants to.
Make it real pocket so it goes down to there. Yeah, yeah. Great. It's okay to look. It's ridiculous. Oh. Wait, can I stand up too?
About 3 blocks that way.
Right there. Hey, he's got my shirt.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah. I'm representing Fairfield because that's where my.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Wow.
my
Nice
son-
of you.
my
You come
son
from
was-
Fairfield.
I've been to Benicia and now I'm here.
Okay.
My son was shot to death in Fairfield, so that's why I'm.
When was it?
25 years ago in June.
Wow, 25 years ago.
Feels like yesterday.
I can understand. How old was your child?
He had just turned 20.
Not even make the 21, huh?
Nope.
Thank you for supporting.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this forever. But I have hope now because these kids. I thought I saw you over in Benicia. Yeah, we were there earlier. Yeah. We're doing the double. Kentucky.
Our dog is like that too. She can navigate as well as she needs to. Hey, Jimmy! Button! They got buttons over there. You want a button? No
Facebook.
more guns, no guns.
Facebook.
Only use the half of the cast of the floor.
Make your walk or your walk, right? Exactly.
Hi, Barbara.
Show your sign. So it's like such a bad thing. I'm just part of the group. Don't move. No. Hey, can I get one too? Can I get one? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move these. They already are. You just don't know about them. Thank you. I keep waiting. Would anyone like some fun?
There was one.
How are you, Neil?
Your camera's on? Let's take a picture.
Oh yeah, that's me. Hold it. Wait. Nobody? Where'd Patty go? Oh well.
Patty?
Love my pictures. Hey!
Register right there if you want a t-shirt, as well as make a sign. All right, we're going to start shortly. So, in the meantime, let's mingle, let's unite as a community. Let's all love on each other. All right, City of Vallejo? All right.
All right, son. Not for kids. They said it was going to be just cake. That's my postcard.
24.
I'll go grab it.
Red
All right, let's get our youth to line up. Let's get our youth to line up. Anybody under the age of 24, please, let's line up right here. We also have roses for anyone who has lost somebody to gun violence. We also have roses.
Everybody line up behind us. Wherever
Let's get you guys to huddle up, come in tight.
You gonna take this again? The other side's pretty nice too.
Okay. Thank you everyone for coming. We want to just everyone to be able to gather, and anyone who has lost a loved one to gun violence, we have roses up here that you can carry to honor those that have passed that you love, and we also have carnations for those standing in solidarity. And really the intention of this is, you know, for us to really be able to lead this march based on the remembrance and honoring of those who have passed, and that today is really for them, and also, you know, for us to be able to gather and, you know, really be leading with positivity and with hope and with love. So, if anyone wants, we have them up here. If anyone wants to come up and come take a rose or a flower. Mother's first. Wait, hold on.
We want to call up the mothers first. Any mothers who have lost children to gun violence, we want to call you up first to get your rose. We want to call up the mothers first. Any mother who has lost their child to gun violence, we want to call you up first to come grab a rose. Okay. Again, any mothers who have lost someone to gun violence, we call you up first.
Where do you get the t-shirts? Where do we get those t-shirts?
In the line in the back, back there, t-shirts in the line in the back. But we want to focus on the roses. So again, any mothers, come step up and get a rose. Now, any fathers out there?
I think they can hear you in the far back.
Ooh, I can't yell.
Do you need the
What you do is you say one sentence, we repeat it.
do you want this?
Got it.
Okay, I like that. Let's unify, okay? Let's come together as a community.
All right, so the sentence is,
Rita.
any mothers, all right, I want you guys to say, any mothers come step forward. Any mother step forward who lost someone to gun violence.
Any mother step forward.
Any mothers who lost children in gun violence. Pass it on.
Any mothers who have lost children to gun violence, step forward. Any fathers who have lost children to gun violence, step forward. Any mothers or any fathers who have lost someone to gun violence, please step forward to the front, get a rose. Any mothers or any fathers who have lost someone to gun violence, please step forward. All the way to the front of the line. We have roses for you.
Annalise,
Yeah.
do we count if I love my uncle?
Yeah, we're gonna. We just want to make sure that the parents are.
She said they're real fast. Somebody else go.
Who has the bullhorn? He has one. Where's the other one?
The other one is, I can always yell.
Okay, so now we're gonna tell them that.
So anyone.
Okay, anyone who has lost a loved one.
Okay, now, so anyone who has lost a loved one, brothers, sisters, friends, anyone who has lost anyone that they really love and care about to gun violence, please come forward and take your rose.
Thank you.
If you've lost someone to gun violence, please step forward.
Oh, thank you.
Vacant aisles or people can push through the middle. If you've lost someone who lost to gun violence, please come to the front. Collect the flower. Remember, if you've lost someone you love to gun violence, please step forward.
Okay, we wanted to make sure that everyone, who was able to get a rose could get a rose, and now I think we have a lot of extras. So if anybody wants to have a rose or a carnation, sorry.
In honor.
Don't push that thing.
Okay, so I think now anyone who would like to have a rose or a carnation, we actually have a lot of extra to honor anyone that has passed. So thank you. Okay, yeah. So thank you. Come on over and take a rose if you would like one, and we'll have people going around passing them out as well. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at you like that.
I'll look at you like that right now. It's a competitive sport, okay?
Yes, what is your name? Simone, what's your name? Naylene, what pretty name.
Thank you. Do you want to help us pass these out? That would be so awesome.
Excuse me, can I have all the youth leaders to line up in the front, please?
And just youth in general.
And youth in general? But no, you don't deserve to be in there. Can I get the youth to line up behind my youth leaders, please? We're getting ready to march, so can I get my youth to line up behind the youth leaders?
Who are the youth leaders? That's what I'm saying. Just stay where you are.
Are you guys ready to march? Are you ready to end gun violence? Okay, we'll be getting started in a minute. I'm gonna walk through, guys. Remember, we're gonna start in about 1 minute. Walk in the middle of the street, and we all go to the auditory. Is that all right? All right, again, we're gonna start in a couple minutes. We're not going to walk in the middle of the street, but we are going to make a auditorium. Is that all right? I got right. Oh, there's mine. I see mine.
I need the other bull one. Who has that?
Who has the other blue one? You gotta find it.
Oh, you got one color now.
Annalise has something. Like, Annalise is always like, gotta have everything fast.
Patty.
Yeah. You know, I want pictures. I need them sent directly to my phone. You know this. He said fast. I'm going to pass on that. What's up? All right. The message. Oh, it's all downhill for Thanksgiving. Yeah. Like, we have. guys have to help. I was trying to get out, like, you gotta really line. I was like, yo, man. I looked and I was like, where my camera? I saw, I was like, he's got a live mic too. I paid for this. You would give it to me. Take care. Oh, rated shit. All right, let's go. Let's go on the road. All right, let's walk safe and let's walk slow. Let's not run into each other. Hey, Mark, I will be there with my Hey, Terrence. Yeah. You put me on that list too? I got you. Hey, Roger. Hey, can you do everything, bro? Oh, it's great. What's that? Back to reality. I know, I figured.
Here.
All right, guys, our first game is going to be no more silence. Okay, more silence. All right, no more silence. In gun violence. 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 No more silence. No more silence. No more silence. No more silence. No more silence.
Fund the CDC. Fund the CDC. Research now.
Did you get yours? Your boat? He's like, what? He looks like
I have one like that for our baby also.
Oh, for what?
Good pup, our pup. Yeah.
Up the rear. Yeah, now that's okay, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
Do that very effectively. Come back here. Oh, sorry.
response to every single question, deliberate.
Heavy firepower.
Better than any Uber.
I was assigned to that orthopedic landscape. She said I'm a
They go up to see they haven't changed. They haven't changed.
All those candidates at one time. That's okay, I love dogs. That's it, I've been admiring your puppy. Oh, okay. Everything's back there. We have a pit bull. Right. Okay. A brown one.
Yeah, this is the first one I allow my husband. Yeah, I want to
dog. Teachers. Dogs are barking at me.
I'm sure they know.
They always pull us. They always pull us.
They were facilitators. But that was kind of breaks my heart. If I have a choice in my heart.
And he's like, I've never heard that one.
Let somebody else take care. Huh? Okay, here goes
What do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun control. When do we want it? Now.
What do we want?
Gun control!
And when do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Gun control. When do we want it? Now. No more deaths. No more school shootings. Do not give guns to our teachers. Do not give guns to our teachers.
you can go to your board, but not mine.
Hello, beautiful city of Vallejo. How you guys doing today? You know, it's beautiful to see all these faces, to see everybody. I know this is sad that tragedy brings us together, but I'm glad that we are coming together and we are trying to take that first step. In order to solve this issue, we all have to come together as a community, all members of the community. All right, that's why we have some of our dignitaries here as well, just to support the youth. We have Mayor Bobson Pine here. We have one of the finest deputies, finest sheriffs in town. Sheriff, where is he? Sergeant Garrett, right over there. We have our Vice Mayor, Katie Meester. Of course, Rosanna Aliga, Rosemary Thurston, and Linda Tucker from Fighting Back Partnerships. All right, we had a lot of organizations come together, guys, so that we can hear the voices of our youth. All right, I know this thing plagues all of us. Even if we don't know someone, it affects us all. So,
anybody else on this? Yes, we got Isabel, we got the school.
Oh, of course, our representative of Mike Thompson, Mr. Mill. School board, Vallejo City Unified School District is here.
Tom Bartiz from Senator Dodd's office.
Tom Bartiz from Senator Dodd's office, and
Grace's office.
Isabel, what's your organization?
It's all good. It's all good.
Ruskell and Miriam from the Vallejo School Board. So, as you see, some of our elders do care about the youth. And we want to also shout out the Reyes Foundation and as well, Club Stride. We're responsible for these t-shirts. So everybody, those were the organizations that were involved in making this happen. And the Robbie Poblete Foundation as well. A lot of organizations, again, came together. But it's more so than it is about us, it's about the youth. Am I right? And so we have our youth here, and they want to just give a little piece of their heart to the crowd. So if you guys don't mind, we're going to bring up our first speaker of today, Mr. Isaiah.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Nickelberry. I am a senior at John Finney High School here in Vallejo. I am also one of the leaders for Friday Night Live with Fighting Back Partnerships. And today we are all here for the same thing. No matter what race, culture, or religion you come from, we are all here. So they do not have to worry about whether or not they are safe in school and not having to worry about who's coming in and what's going to happen to them. From my experience at school, I have seen people talking about the Florida shooting and how to prevent that from happening here. And they are from all different cultures and religions. What I've gotten from this is that we need to take action. We need to save the ones we love. I have experienced a lot. I've almost lost my brother twice to gun violence. The person who is my role model, the person who raised me. Now I cope with it because me and my brother are always going to be together, and I know no matter what, he loves me. And I just want you guys to know, no matter where you have traveled from today to get here today, you are family. So our kids and our kids' kids will have a better future.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Lee, and I'm from Jesse Bethel High School. How it all started was when I was watching the news and saw all the innocent lives lost. The people that are the same age as me and what a terrifying day they went through. That should have been a typical day for them. And I thought, what if I was in this situation? The thought of not being able to see my loved ones once again, not being able to live just to have it taken away from me within seconds is scary. But I always had a question stuck in my head. What can I do to help and give a voice to those who lost it that day? Or to every single victim who lost it to gun violence? So Friday after school, I was with my advisor, Annalise, and we was thinking of what should Friday Night Live and Fighting Back Partnership next project should be based on. And the idea slipped in my head. This could be the chance. This could be the moment. And I asked Annalise, what's Vallejo doing about gun violence? And that's how it came to be. Honestly, going to school can be scary because you never know what's going to happen. I stand here today because I want to make a change. Because I don't want to do it then. I want if it happens, but now is the time. For those who think guns are not an issue, hug, kiss, and say I love you, and send he or she to school and hope she or he comes back safely, because that's all you can do. What if it was your child, friend, brother, sister, niece, or nephew? What if it was you? Thank you for your time.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Correa, and I'm a student at Jesse Bethel High School, and I'm here to support. I'm a student at Jesse Bethel High School, and I'm here to support everybody here who either has lost someone or who is an advocate of preventing guns. And throughout my 3 years of attending Jesse Bethel High School, I have seen how there has been so much crime going on. It was even detrimental to even walk outside of the classrooms. During lunchtime was one of the most dangerous parts for any students because we had riots, we had gun shooters on the loose. And even in the history of my family, I've had people who have been killed. My uncle, who was in his early 20s, got shot by a white supremacist because he felt that he was not supposed to be in Napa. So he went inside his house to go get a gun, and he shot my uncle several times. And even him, he only got several years in prison. So what I'm realizing is that when we think about the NRA government and we think about how we have to blame people we blame guns are only a small portion of the attribute. We have to blame the people who use it. We have to blame the people. We have to blame the ones who encourage this false propaganda and that guns are a good thing. In order to change the problems, we can't look at the people who use guns. We have to look at the people who don't say anything because they are another majority that are voiceless. And it's better to emphasize these problems and these shootings than to see a person suffering to have their voice muted. We have to break these rigid definitions of protection, because how is guns going to continue to help us? I see some of these posters that say 46%, 36%. We see the news, they say a different percentage, but in the real world, everybody, we are still counting. We are still counting. And we are going to, as America, we're going to have to make changes. And it's going to start with our community getting back on the trajectory of success. In order to achieve that, we're going to have to overlook all this false advertisement. We're going to have to overlook the government, commercials, and what the media says. And we as a people, we're going to have to overcome and eradicate our fear.
Hello everybody, thank you for coming out. Sorry, my voice is kind of broken. Alright, but my name is Arnett and I'm the senior from Jesse Bethel High School. And can you know?
No, please get that poster over there.
So, as the youth, gun violence is very serious. Within the past 3 months, there has been more than 50 shootings in the past in the United States. That's just from January 2018. Across the shooting at Columbine was very tragic. Even the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School, where there were 17 children, 5 and 6-year-olds, even 2 adults. Those were innocent lives lost. Probably the most tragic one since the Columbine. Like when the gun laws really should have started, our president today is too worried about immigrants trying to cross the border when it's our own Americans killing each other and killing ourselves. See somebody on the news that just lost their life every single day and just becomes a part of our everyday norm. Like, we all have a voice. All of our voices should be heard. As the youth, it's our turn to change things for everybody else. We want our kids, our younger brothers and sisters too, to not have to fear to walk around. We don't want them to have to fear to
deeply affected by gun violence. I lost my cousin Eric Reyes due to gun violence in 2016 in broad daylight at 11:30 in the morning while he was getting lunch. His life was taken by teenagers who had guns and he should not have them at all.
Right on.
Someone took a big part of me away, but not just me, but from my family and his friends also. My cousin Eric Reyes was a senior at Jesse Bethel High School. He had a 4.0 average GPA. He was looking forward to college. Eric was my friend. He was led by a lot of people.
Hey.
My name is Valentina. I'm 17 years old and I'm a senior at Vallejo High School. I did it. None of us should be here. But the unfortunate truth now is that our government has refused to take steps to stop or even lessen the numbers of lives lost to guns. So it falls to us, the kids and teens who don't want their futures to be further tainted by the growing issue of gun violence. We don't want to grow up in a world where every person will be able to say that they know someone lost to gun violence. We don't want to continue to fear to go to school, and instead of our government finding a solution, we simply find new ways to update the safety procedures during another campus shooter drill. The fact is that we are currently living in a world where a government values money over the lives of people. Mass shooting after mass shooting, we look to our representatives to do something, to take action, and time after time they fail. America prides itself on the idea that every American has the opportunity to live out the American dream. Yet how can that be true for the 316 people shot on average daily? How can that be true for the unjustly targeted communities who have been consistent victims of gun violence? Black and brown people, the LGBTQ community, immigrants, and low-income families are just some of the many communities disproportionately impacted by gun violence. Gun violence isn't just a school issue. We are the nation that leads in mass shootings, yet we continue to fall short on critical things such as life expectancy and quality education. We as a society can no longer wait for Congress to make decisions that benefit the public good, because we know they won't. It is time that we must all stand up, pay attention, and demand a change. How long must we wait for our government to care about our lives? Why must we wait? I say we don't. Vote out those who have gotten away with NRA, who profit off the lives lost. Vote out those who blame mental health or gun violence, yet fail to provide any services or options to help those who are mentally ill. Vote out hypocrisy and greed, because we cannot continue like this for long. We are the new generation, and we will not allow this to continue. So please, either help us fight back against gun violence, or we will do it ourselves.
Well done.
Yeah. My name is Spencer Lane, but you don't have to know me. You don't have to know that I go to Jesse Bethel High. But what you already know about me is that one day I might not come home. What you do know is that there may be a potential shooter at any school in the United States. What you do have to know is that there's at least one mass shooting every day in America. What do we do if it happens here? Do we call the police and wait for them to run out of the school after they arrive, like at Parkland? Or might they shoot the wrong person, like at Faith City Mission in Texas last month? Are we meant to hope that a good guy with a gun will show up to protect us? No, we'll probably just be another statistic to Congress. After all, Martin Luther King Jr., Tupac, and John F. Kennedy were just numbers to the country, right? This has gone on for centuries, and it's time for the 21st century to end it. We are tired of waking up to gunshots instead of our alarms. We are tired of our friends dying. We are tired of thoughts and prayers. We are tired of broken promises and empty legislation. We've heard your lobbyist pockets filled with change as they tell us it'll be okay, and we call BS.
We call BS. We call BS.
Hello, my name is Joanna Amanda Rose Smith. I am the founder of the Stride of Motherhood, which is a young moms group catered to women empowerment and networking. And I am here because it's not okay to do nothing about what's happening in our schools. I am not going to be afraid to send my daughter to school. And none of us should be fearful of sending our children to a place where they're supposed to feel safe. Our children are dying. Can you imagine a 10-year-old carrying around a gun, waiting to start a war? As mothers, I'm speaking to everyone, but as mothers, I want you to think about, where does this stem from? Our children should never have to feel rejected, neglected, and turned away because of who they are and how they're feeling. It is time for a change. I'm so glad that we are stepping up to put an end to gun violence on a daily basis. It's holding us back. We have to pray for a better tomorrow, but the work that we are doing today is faith in action that no one can take from us, Vallejo. No more Ronell Fullers. No more Stephen Clarks. No more Eric Reyeses. No more Robbie Plabuddies. No more mother children dying. No more. As a teacher, mothers, let's stand together against gun violence. If we can do nothing else, mothers, let's continue to embed in our children that they are loved. Let's continue to strengthen them from the inside out. Let's tell them that they are powerful, they are beautiful, and continue to encourage. Let's educate them and believe in them so that they will never feel the need to have to carry a gun to protect themselves.
It's love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for one, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that's just too all needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for one, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Our youth in Vallejo really rock, don't they? We're going to bring up Annalise from Fighting Back Partnerships, one of the corporations that helped make this day possible.
All right, thank you all for coming today. Thank you. Can we give another round of applause for everyone who shared with us today? And for all of the elected officials and for the mothers and for the families who are here today to share with us, to listen and to just honor those who have passed from gun violence. All right, you can do better than that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. So, and you know, especially this wouldn't be possible if you all didn't show up. So give a round of applause for everyone showing up today. So, you know, we had a very full schedule of speakers. We had government officials, family members, mothers. We had all very amazing schedule today for you all, including all of the youth, but we decided to focus it on the youth, and I'm really grateful that we did that today. So because, you know, they are the future, and their voices are really, most important in this conversation. It is a youth-led movement, March for Our Lives, and I love how you were able to address all spectrums of gun violence as well, because it's really important to do that. But today, just really wanted to emphasize we're here to come together across all walks of diversity to really come up with some solutions. It's not just a rally where you're going to be talked at, okay? So it's going to be a rally where we actually get to engage and interact with each other. It's going to be a time where everyone in here, your voice matters too. Everyone here. If you're 3 years old or if you're 80 years old, I mean, everywhere in between. Doesn't matter. So I just wanted to make sure that you know that. So before I turn the mic over to the Solano Youth Voices, I wanted to lead us in a brief little exercise. And we can just have a show of hands. If this question relates to you, you can just go ahead and raise your hands if you feel comfortable. All right. So who here is excited about today, of us coming together today? Okay. All right. Who here is a little nervous about today? All right. Mostly excited. That's good. Okay. Just being real. Okay. Who here has felt afraid at your school or in your community? Okay. Who here has cried for someone other than yourself? Okay. Most of us. Who here relates with your voice has not been heard by those in power? Okay. All right. And who here is ready to make a change? Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pass the mic over to Solano Youth Voices, and they're going to help facilitate us in collaborating and, coming up with some solutions. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
My name is Diana.
And we are with Solano Youth Voices. We're an organization of 10 youth here to represent all of Solano County's youth. And today we're going to break out into either, you can choose to be in a discussion group or go to a little mural that there will be an area for that. And we want to hear what your ideal community is regarding gun violence and how we can help you do that.
To create a policy platform, which is a list of actions that we will present to our elected officials and community leaders. Please take our survey. We will be handing them out later. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
We also would like to thank the public officials for supporting today and listening to the youth speak, and we're very excited to work with you. Thank you.
Guys, if you want to stay up to date and join the movement with what we have going on, April 7th will be our first official date that if you are interested, come join us in finding solutions. All right, we're going to be at Club Stride. That is 1709 Sonoma Boulevard. Meet us at Club Stride at 1 o'clock on April 7th. Don't worry, you don't have to remember this now because it'll be on the Facebook page. And the Facebook page is the Vallejo March for Our Lives. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? All right, Vallejo March for Our Lives. Follow it on Facebook so you can know what our next steps are, and please be a part of the process.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and have some spaces where we're gonna get together. We're gonna have a space where we have a butcher paper spread out, markers, and opportunity for anyone and everyone to write their ideas, draw their ideas. Have my guitar over there. If people want to play some music, we'll just kind of have like a space over there, and also a remembrance space for all of those who have passed. So if you have pictures, if you want to put your signs there, we're gonna create a space for us. We're also gonna have breakout sessions led by the student facilitators, also some adult facilitators, and I think that there's enough space for us to meet around in here. So anyways, if the facilitators want to come back up here, please. Alyssa. Okay. Do you want to?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. Another huge round of applause for all of our youth, including our council members from Solano Youth Voices. Thank you. So, as our council members already explained, a lot of what we're working on right now in Solano Youth Voices is hearing the perspectives of young people throughout the county about what the priorities are and what we can do to make Solano County a better place for young people. That being said, today we want to really focus on gun violence. So we are going to be holding some discussions. Really, we want to hear from you. What are your priorities around gun violence? What are your suggestions? We want to put those in a policy platform, take that forward to our elected officials, our community leaders, and it really starts with you and us hearing from you. So you have a couple of options. One is right over in that area. There will be some paper and markers set up. You can go and express your artistic creativity or just write down your ideas and use that format. Another option is you can come join us for a group discussion. We'll have small group discussions with 4 facilitators ready for you. So if you want to do the mural, that's fantastic. You'll just go ahead and kind of head that direction. Annalise is setting that up right now. If what you want to do is participate in a facilitated discussion, if you could just step this way, kind of in front of where I'm at, then we can get a sense of how many people we have for these groups so that we can still help to get you put into discussion groups. So, and can you raise your hand if you want to participate in a discussion group so that we can take your voices to a policy platform? Can you come over here and raise your hand? Thank you, Mark. Anybody else? Okay, come on over here in front of me. If your hand's up, you want to share your thoughts with us. Verbally, you want to tell us about your thoughts. And come on over this way. Also, we just learned the League of Women Voters is here to register people to vote. So if you want to register to vote today, also come on over. League of Women Voters.
It's a low blow.
Especially the citizens, and especially our dignitaries. We have a representative from Tennessee Exploration here as well. We have Mr. Hakeem Brown here as well. Again, we want to thank the mayor, we want to thank the police department, we want to thank the Vallejo School District, we want to thank Parent Slides, we want to thank the students for speaking. We want to thank Fighting Back Partnership. You guys get involved with one of these corporations, one of these organizations, so you can get involved and help bring a change to the community. And we have the League of Women Voters right there to my left at that table. The League of Women Voters. Again, guys, before you go, make sure you mingle with somebody. And again, let's do one more chant before we go. All right, y'all repeat after me. Repeat after me. No more silence.
No more silence.
In gun violence.
In gun violence.
No more silence.
No more silence.
In gun violence.
In gun